Finally, at long last, the great and mighty Liam Neeson had finally played a much better Michael for his latest new film called The Commuter. At least this Michael character is 10 times better than the other Michael that came from third person. If you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobot1987. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it is that time again for another movie review. And I've been waiting for this movie review for quite a while. And also, I gotta let you know is that we are finally here on Movie Review Season 7. Yes, we are finally here on my 7th season at long last for movie reviews. And I forgot to tell you that on my movie review of The Great Wall. And I really do want to apologize for that, ladies and dudes. I didn't mean to make that mistake for all of you. Well, if you guys know me. But anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my next movie review that I really want to do for today. Now, I got it right here on my ticket. So, for my next movie review is The Commuter. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit, the great and mighty Liam Neeson had finally worked with that very same director again for the very fourth time. And yes, I also did the other movies that they worked on for so many years. Like The Unknown, Non-Stop, and Rolling All Night. And yes, I will admit now that I did all three of the movie reviews from my past seasons. And feel free to watch them all over again. Well, they need more views, if you know what I mean. But anyway, let's head on to the fourth one. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here's my next movie review called The Commuter. And let's start this movie review right now, starting with the main plot of the story. So, all I could say about this story of The Commuter, it's a story about this 60-year-old dude named Michael who's working so hard to keep his family alive. And yes, he's a happy married man. He does have a son, and his son is ready for college, but he needs to find a way to get all the money that he needs so they could save up so many important things here and there for their lives. But sadly, he got fired from his job thanks to some idiot boss of his who just fired him for whatever reason it was, even if it's not a bad thing at all. So, while he is trying to find a way to get his life to start all over again from scratch, he's all alone in that train, and then he was talking to some unknown lady that came out of nowhere, who's some type of fortune teller or something, and she told him to just stay in the train for a little while longer, and I got some money for you, and please do this job for me to find this unknown person who doesn't belong in that train. And Michael was like, no way, lady, I'd rather do my own business and not your own business. After all, I got my own problems of how the heck I'm going to find some money and give my son enough money to go to college and all that stuff. But sadly, he did it anyway. So, he stuck on that train for a while with the passengers, and there's going to be some unknown chaos here and there while there's a whole lot of events going on in The Commuter. And that's all I could say about the main plot of the story. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie called The Commuter? Well, to tell you the truth, ladies and dudes, I will say I really do enjoy this movie. I know it's not really the best Liam Neeson film that I've seen so far, but yet it's one of the most underrated films I did see so far in movie history. Even for a Liam Neeson film, of course. After all, the oh great to mighty Liam Neeson is the king of underrated films. Because he has a whole lot of underrated films that he made. Well, except for Third Person, it's one of his worst movies that he ever made. And for that Schindler's List, it's one of the most overrated movies of all time. After all, it's not his film, it's just Steven Spielberg's film, if you know what I mean. Well, anyway, for this movie called The Commuter, I do like the storyline for the most part. It has really good, likable characters. It has some good sceneries and highlight moments of the film. It has good action scenes, great drama, great score. And one of the best Liam Neeson films where there's gonna be a little bit of hidden Easter eggs going on that will come from in the film. Yeah, I will admit right now, there's a little bit of hidden Easter eggs that you need to find in this film. Just a few here and there, if you know what I mean. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of The Commuter. And I will say for the strongest points for this movie is a tie. Just a tie between the action scenes and the score. And to tell you the truth is about the action scenes, it's pretty darn well done. It's very sharp, very fast paced, and it doesn't waste my time. And there's only 4 scenes that are epically exciting for this film, here and there. But I will say my most favorite action scene for the whole entire movie, for me, is truly that fight scene between Michael and some unknown dude who has a guitar case. And I freaking love that fight scene. It was so darn well done. It was sharp, fast paced, and there's a whole lot of thrilling moments going on here and there in that scene. And there was a part where Michael did break that guitar. He just smashed it in 2 pieces. And yeah, there was one point where that dude did carry a gun in that scene. So yeah, I will say that was my most favorite action scene in the whole entire movie, in my own opinion. So I will say the action scenes is the first strongest point I do love about this movie. And the second main strongest point I do care about in this movie is truly the score. I frickin' love the score. This is one of the best scores I have ever heard in a Liam Neeson movie. If you guys remember my couple of movie reviews here and there, I did explain about the score. And the score is one of the best parts I do love in a Liam Neeson film. And as for this score, for this new movie for Liam Neeson, I frickin' love it. There is so many good scores I do like here and there in this film that featured a couple of scenes in the movie. But to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I found one little hidden Easter egg I did found in one of the scores. I can't remember which scene it was, but there was one score that I heard that sounded like something that came from Taken 3, and it came from Mr. Dawson's score. I just can't believe I heard that part in that movie. It was so darn surprising to me. So yeah, I will say for the 2 best, strongest points of the film, one is the action scenes and the other is the score. And I will say for my major weak points of the movie, once again I got a tie again for this film. There's gonna be a little bit of draggy moments here and there in the film, while the other is the shaky cams. Yes, I will admit there is a little bit of shaky cam going on in this movie. And yeah, it took place at the beginning. I will praise for the storyline for giving us a fast-paced beginning part of the film. But sadly, there's a little bit of shaky cam going on here and there for the beginning of the movie. And yeah, there's a couple of dragging moments here and there, some around like dab in the middle and some parts at the near end of the movie. That's all I could say about little dragging moments here and there for this film. I will say for my two biggest weakest points of the movie is a little bit of shaky cam at the beginning of the movie and some draggy moments here and there in the film. Yeah, that's all I could say. And now, let's go on to the characters of the movie. Sally, I don't have much things to say about the characters, but I will go with one character I truly care about in this movie. And that is the main character himself, Michael, played by our dear beloved Irish actor, the oh great and mighty Liam Neeson. And I do want to thank the director, producer, the screenwriters, whoever these people are. I'm so darn happy that they finally fixed Liam Neeson's character at long last. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys pay attention to a couple of my movie reviews here and there about my major problems with a Liam Neeson movie where I have a big problem with his character. And finally, you finally fixed him at long last. Thank you very much. And this is the reason why I love this Michael from Commuter than the one that came from third person. Well, there's a lot of good positive things I do love about this character, Michael. He had a good, interesting storyline. I really love his personality, his attitude. He's a good, happy, married man to his wife. He's a good father to his son. He's a good friend to a couple of those passengers here and there. He's a bad A-word character. He took things seriously all the way through in this movie from start to finish. I will say this is one of the best characters that Liam Neeson did so far in his career. And most of all, the next underrated character that he have ever played. And this is a reason why this Michael is much better than the one that came from third person. If you remember my movie review of third person about my major problem with the other Michael, he had a bad storyline, he had a bad personality, terrible attitude, he's a coward, he doesn't take things seriously into the film, and he wastes his time on that dumb A-word whore named Anna. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and leave a link down below so you guys can check out my two-part event of my movie review of third person. It's one of the worst films that Liam Neeson ever made. But as for this movie called The Commuter, it's one of his best ones so far. But I will say somewhat good, but somewhat best, I guess. But yeah, I really love this Michael character very much. And I will say there is only one cool moment that I do like about this Michael character is the part where he did put a middle finger on this one dude who is being a jerk to him. If you guys remember that middle finger part. I'm not going to use my middle finger on public in my movie review. I don't do that at all. That's against the law and all that stuff. So yeah, I will say another good positive thing I do like about Michael is there's some really cool moments here and there that happen in this film. Something I don't want to waste my time for, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I gotta go ahead and wrap things up, so here's my final thoughts of The Commuter. Overall, Commuter is one of the best films that Liam Neeson, the old great and mighty Liam Neeson, have ever made so far. But it's starting to become Liam Neeson's next underrated film that he have ever made so far. I will say, it had a good storyline for the most part. The characters are likable, has beautiful action scenes, good thrilling moments, great drama, great score. It may have some little bit of dragging moments here and there, and I do have a little problem with the shaky cam at the beginning of the film. And overall, Liam Neeson and his director pal did a really good job of making this film. And I decided to give this movie an 8.7 out of 10. Please check out this movie to believe it. And that is my whole entire movie review of The Commuter. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite movie of all time with the old great and mighty Liam Neeson, who is working with this director that is so darn hard to pronounce his name? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And for me, my most favorite film that they made so far is Non-Stop, because of its fast-paced storyline, the thrilling moments, and the score. So anyway, that's my whole entire movie review of The Commuter, and join me next time on my next movie review to come as I go back to the movie theater again to see the Black Panther. Big Kitty style. Well, anyway, this is Boobop187 saying sayonara.